In order to be a church that's really going to make a difference in this community, for the whole community, not just certain segments, but for the whole community, we really do have to take on that approach that we want to become all things to all people. We want to be able to reach the Spanish community and the Haitian Creole community and the Portuguese community and the English community and senior adults and young families. And so that's our community. And it's changing even more day by day as new people move here. And we want to be able to see this as a mission field and an opportunity to share the gospel, to share the love of Jesus, and to make disciples. And one of the things that we're going to have to do in order to accomplish that is we're going to have the facilities to be able to do it. I mean, we're outgrowing the facilities that we have in several different areas. And so that's a wonderful problem, but it's still a problem. And so we have to be able to say, okay, God, you put us here for such a time as this, and now we want to be able to answer the call and do whatever it takes to reach as many people as possible. And we feel like that's where we find ourselves in that season, looking forward into the future, knowing that this is not the end. This is really just kind of the beginning of what God wants to do here in Ocala. God doesn't actually need us. He doesn't need our abilities. He doesn't need our finances. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. All of the universe belongs to him. He spoke it into existence. And so he doesn't need us, but he gives us the opportunity to be a part of it. And he calls for our obedience and he calls for our faithfulness. I get to be a part of what God is doing here in Ocala at College Road Baptist Church. And what a great time to be a part of this church family. We see young teenagers that are going off to student camp, and they're putting their faith and trust in him, and they're coming home and they're telling their testimonies to the whole church, and they're making public professions of faith through baptism. And we're seeing that in teenagers, but we're also seeing that in our senior adults. We're having senior adults that are coming to our church. They've been agnostic or secular, and they come because a friend invited them. And they hear sermons, but they're also involved in Bible study classes and some of our life groups, and they're building relationships, and they're getting to see how God is walking with people through some of the darkest times of their life, and things that they've never really thought about are opening up doors of opportunity for them to hear the gospel, listen to the gospel, respond to the gospel. And I just baptized a gentleman who came up out of the water and told me after his baptism, my life has changed. And those are the kind of stories that we see week in and week out across the spectrum of diversity that's here. And it really helps us to understand God's heart, Christ's heart for this community, and places a burden on our heart to have that same desire to take the gospel and love of Jesus to everybody that lives within the shadow of our church and even in the surrounding communities. And so that's what we would ask people to prayerfully consider just being all in and sort of giving God your blank check of your life, not your finances, but your life, and just say, God, what do you want me to do? And whatever you want me to do, wherever you want me to go, whatever you want me to say, I'm all in. We want to be one body united around one mission, and for his glory to build his church and to reach the lost. And that'll take all of us, all in, invested in a God-sized vision as we move forward together.